For the batter, this is the ingredients that you will need. You'll need a bowl, of course, to put your batter into. You'll need 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 cup of sugar, and I have this raw sugar on hand, so that's what I'm going to be using. It's from Trader Joe's. 1 egg, 1 cup of milk, 4 teaspoons of baking powder. You'll need some skewers, which I have here that I picked up at the craft store. And then of course you'll need oil to fry the mac and cheese pops. And 1 cup of flour. 1 cup of yellow cornmeal, and I don't have cornmeal on hand, so I'm just going to use this Jiffy corn muffin mix. And again, you'll need 1 cup. This is what the batter should look like once you've combined all of the ingredients for your batter. And now I'm just going to cover it up and start cooking my mac and cheese. So the ingredients that you'll need for the macaroni and cheese are sharp cheddar cheese. I have a block of Parmesan cheese, heavy whipping cream. I have tomato sauce, and then of course your cooked pasta. So the next thing you're going to need is macaroni for your mac and cheese, some sort of pasta. And normally for mac and cheese I will buy elbow macaroni. Since I don't have that on hand in my pantry, this is the pasta that I'm going to use today for this recipe. And these are basically just little shells that look like this. And I'm going to go ahead and put them into a pot with water to boil. So what I'm going to do is make the roux for my mac and cheese. And basically what I've done is I have warmed up a pan and placed real butter in the pan with flour. So I'm just mixing it up to create a thickener for my sauce. And then I'm going to add my heavy whipping cream. I'm going to go ahead and put in my mac and cheese, tomato sauce, cheddar cheese, Parmesan cheese. Mac and cheese is already done, and it's really hot right now, so what I need to do is just set it off to the side and allow it to completely cool. Once it is completely cooled down, it's going to be a lot easier for us to make our mac and cheese balls. So what I've done is I've created little balls from my mac and cheese that has completely cooled. And I just grabbed, I don't know, maybe about a tablespoon of the mac and cheese, formed them into little balls, and then I'm going to put them into the freezer. And it's best if you can leave them overnight, and so you may want to make them the day before. If not, then at least give it a few hours to be in the freezer so that they can freeze up and firm up, so that it'll be easy for you to dip into your batter, which we have made right over there. So I've had my mac and cheese balls in the freezer for a couple of hours, and as you can see here, there are some that I have made into mac and cheese pops, which basically just have the sticks on them, and mac and cheese balls, which do not have the sticks, obviously. And what I'm going to do is dip my mac and cheese balls into the batter that we made earlier, and I'm just going to deep fry them. So these are the mac and cheese balls. This is what they look like once they have been fried. They look like this. And I think I'm going to go ahead and cut one in half so you can see what they look like. Just cut one in half, and this is what they look like here. So you could see the macaroni and cheese is inside with this batter over it. My next recipe is how I make my buffalo chicken wings. And the first thing I do is I buy these mini chicken drumettes, and as you can see here, this is what they look like. And what I do is I get cornstarch and flour, and I put it in a bowl, and what I do is I just lightly, I put all my chicken inside, and what I do is just lightly coat them. You don't want to coat them too much, because again, this is not fried chicken. These are simply buffalo wings, but I do like them to have a bit of a crunch. And what I do is just lightly coat them. And if you want to skip this process, that's completely fine. You don't really need to coat your chicken when you're making buffalo wings, but this is how I do it. Alright, so they are all lightly coated, and I'm just going to now put them to deep fry. I have my hot oil in the pan under medium heat, and I've just allowed it to sit for a while so it gets really hot. You don't want it on high heat, because then the outside of your chicken will cook really fast, but the inside will still be raw. So you kind of want to cook all your chicken evenly. So keep it at a medium heat, but make sure that you have it, you know, sit for a while to get really, really hot. So we have batch number 1 ready, and I'm just removing them from the hot oil and placing them on in a bowl with some paper towels to kind of drain out that oil. Alright, so now I am just going to put in batch number 2. For your buffalo wing sauce, it's pretty simple, and all you will need is butter, and it has to be real butter, Frank's Red Hot Buffalo Wing Sauce, and it absolutely has to be Frank's Red Hot Buffalo Sauce. I've tried others, and a lot of them are not as great. They're really salty, or they don't taste as great as this one. So I highly recommend Frank's. And the last thing is heavy whipping cream. So for the buffalo wing sauce, what I do is I just get a pan and put it on medium heat. I melt the butter. Once the butter starts to melt, then you want to go ahead and add your red hot sauce. The measurements will vary depending on how many wings you have and how much sauce you want to make, so I'm kind of eyeballing this for you all, but you get the gist of it. You would just add butter and the red hot wing sauce. Then you want to add just a little bit of heavy whipping cream. Turn off your heat, and this is basically your hot wing sauce. And the reason why I put a little bit of heavy whipping cream is only to make sure that the sauce is a little thickened up, and I found that the heavy whipping cream helps it to just to adhere a little better to the chicken. I've made it without, and a lot of that sauce just kind of ends up at the bottom of the bowl, or you don't get that much sauce that you know, you don't get that much sauce to adhere to the chicken. So when I add just a little bit of heavy whipping cream, I have found for myself that you know, it sticks to the chicken really well. So completely up to you and optional. If you just want to use the hot sauce with the butter, then you know, that's fine as well. And that's basically it for the sauce. Finally is adding the sauce to your chicken wings. Delish. So all you need to do is mix your chicken all together. And there you have it. There is my recipe for Buffalo crispy chicken wings. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching, guys.